And welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level business English lesson. Today we're going to start a unit on business meetings. We'll be reviewing the simple tenses, present, past, and future, and we'll also be learning some time phrases. Alright, so let's take a look at the questions below and see who you agree with most. So Wen says, I don't like meetings. I think they are usually a waste of time. I prefer to receive information in emails. Ife says, I like meetings. I want to know what is happening and I like to feel like I am part of the business decisions. And Hades says, when there is a problem, meetings are helpful. They are a great place to ask questions and get more information. I think they are more productive than email. So if you work, maybe answer these questions. How often do you attend meetings? Do you usually lead the meetings? And how do you feel about meetings? And you can leave those the answers to those questions in the comments if you would like. All right, now we have a couple of vocabulary words. Productive is an adjective meaning achieving a product or result. Daydream is a verb to spend time imagining something that you would prefer to be doing. And here are some additional questions. And again, you can put your answers in the comments. Are the meetings at your company always productive? Do you ever daydream during meetings? Do you ever bring other work to meetings? Have you ever fallen asleep during a meeting? And how could your company improve its meetings? All right, so now we're going to read the introduction to an article about how to make meetings more productive, and then you'll look at the graph and answer the questions. Now you can pause the video and do this on your own, or you can follow along as I read. Meetings and productivity. Research shows that more than 50% of meeting time is wasted. According to a study by Wolf Management Consultants, the average business professional attends a total of 62 meetings per month, and many of those professionals admit to daydreaming, missing meetings, bringing other work to meetings, or even falling asleep. So, what did you learn from the text? Well, more than 50% of the time is wasted. The average professional goes to 62 meetings a month, and they admit to daydreaming, missing meetings, bringing other work, or falling asleep. And does this information surprise you? And why do you think companies have this many meetings if so much time is wasted? And again, this is one, if you'd like to answer it in the comments to generate some conversation, that would be great. All right, how to make meetings more productive. So you're going to complete each piece of advice about how to make meetings more productive with the missing word from the box below. So you can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So it's important for all meetings to have a clear purpose. Before the meeting begins, everyone in the room should know the reason for the meeting and why they were invited. After 30 minutes, employees start to lose interest in the meeting. It's important to start the meeting on time and make sure that everyone stays on topic. All meetings should have an agenda with clear action items. You should send out the agenda before the meeting so that your colleagues have enough time to review it before the meeting. Typically, meetings are more productive when they have fewer people. Before finishing the meeting chair should review the decisions made and the action plan or next steps. If another meeting is necessary, it should be scheduled. After the meeting, it's important to send a follow-up email to remind everyone about what was discussed and what they need to do next. This is also helpful for the employees who couldn't attend the meeting. All right, so now match the headings below with the information that they introduce. Again, you can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to see the answers. All right, so number one, it's important for all meetings to have a clear purpose before the meeting begins. Everyone in the room should know the reason uh, for the meeting and why they were invited. That goes with letter F. After 30 minutes, employees start to lose interest in the meeting. It's important to start the meeting on time and make sure that everyone at the meeting stays on topic. That goes with E. Keep it as short as possible. Number three, all meetings should have an agenda with clear action items. You should send out the agenda before the meeting so that your colleagues have enough time to review it before the meeting. That goes with A, have a plan. Typically, meetings are more productive when they have fewer people. That is C, invite only the most necessary people. Before finishing the meeting chair should review the decisions made and the action plan or next steps. If another meeting is necessary, it should be scheduled. That's B, review the main points. And number six, after the meeting, it's important to send a follow-up email to remind everyone about what was discussed and what they need to do next. This is also helpful for the employees who couldn't attend the meeting. That's letter D, send meeting notes via email. All right, so now we're going to talk about conjunctions of time. So we use before, after, when, and as soon as to talk about the order of events in the past or future. When using these conjunctions of time, either the main clause or the subordinate clause can come first. But when the subordinate clause comes first, a comma is used. So before the meeting begins, comma, everyone in the room should know the reason for the meeting. But you could also say everyone in the room should know the reason for the meeting before the meeting begins. For this one, you do not need a comma. After the meeting, comma, a follow-up email should be sent. A follow-up meeting should be sent after the follow-up email, should be sent after the meeting. Employees should feel prepared when they arrive at the meeting, and when they arrive at the meeting, comma, employees should be prepared. So now until, the main clause usually comes first when you use until. Stay on topic until the end of the meeting. The unit is followed by the time that an action finishes. Until is followed by the time that an action finishes. So you can complete each of these sentences on your own. I usually work until. I plan to stay at my current job until. So go ahead and finish those. When we talk about the future, we don't use will in the subordinate clause, the clause with the conjunction of time. When everyone arrives, the meeting will begin. But you don't say when everyone will arrive, the meeting will begin. So now look at this dialogue and see if you can find the mistakes. And there's a hint, there are 4 mistakes in this dialogue. So go ahead and pause the video, try that on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. As soon as everyone will arrive, we will get started. Well, that's the first mistake right there. We don't need the will here. As soon as everyone arrives, with an S. I'm sorry, but I am expecting an important call, so I might need to leave before the meeting will end. So again, we don't need will here. It would just be the meeting ends. No problem. I send a follow-up email after the meeting with any information that you miss. So here we do need will, so I will send. Great, thanks. Okay, everyone is here, so let's start with you, Tom. How's your presentation coming along? Well, I made a lot of changes after our meeting last week. I will send the team my final presentation as soon as I will complete it. So again, you don't need will here. So just be as soon as I complete it. I hope to finish it before the end of the week. And those are the 4 mistakes. All right, now see if you can match the type of meeting with its description. Again, you can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Right, so a meeting to educate employees with a presentation or training. That should be the info sharing meeting, number 4. A meeting to make a plan. Let's see, probably a decision-making meeting, number 2. A meeting to think about new ideas, that would be number 5, a brainstorming meeting. A regularly scheduled meeting, usually about a project, to exchange information, that would be number 1, a status update meeting. And a meeting to discuss the reason for an issue and how to fix it, a problem-solving meeting. So during the status update meetings, it is usual for employees to talk about the work they recently completed. The past simple is used to talk about work that is complete. I finished reviewing the contract, I completed the presentation, I'm done with the report. So this is not past simple, but it is a common expression used to talk about work that is finished. This I'm done with. During status update meetings, it is usual for employees to talk about work that they are doing at the moment or work that's in progress. The present continuous is used to talk about work that is in progress at the moment, and in progress means currently doing. The market research study is in progress. I am still researching places to have the event, and at the moment I'm working on the presentation for the conference. Notice that the business professionals are standing. This is a stand-up meeting. And so what is the purpose of a stand-up meeting? It's just to give quick updates, not really to make any decisions, but just to give some very fast status updates. During status update meetings, it is usual for employees to talk about the work that they plan to complete in the future. The future forms will and be going to are used to talk about plans. So I'm going to start writing the report after I review some more data. I will finish the project before the end of the week. I think I will need about 2 weeks to complete the project, and tomorrow I'm going to start working on the XYZ project. Now we use different expressions to say when something will happen. If we use by plus a day and the date, and that means before a certain time. So I will complete the report by Friday. The report will be finished sometime before Friday. In plus a length of time equals the length of time from today. The conference is in a week, so the conference is 1 week from today. Within plus a length of time means before that time. We need an answer within a week. We must have an answer inside this period of time. For plus the length of time is continuing for that duration of time. The conference will continue for 3 days. The conference will last 3 days from now. So in business, it's very important to be clear about time. At a meeting, your colleagues say the following things. Read their statements and look at the calendar. What date are they talking about? So they have an example here. It will take about 3 weeks to redesign the website. So the website will be done on January 23rd. So today's the 2nd. So 1, 2, 3, January 23rd. So go ahead and try the rest of these on your own, assuming that today is January 2nd, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. We will know if we won the contract in less than a week. So less than a week would be sometime between January 2nd and January 8th. I'm planning to attend a conference this weekend in Dubai. So this weekend would be January 4th, 5th, and 6th. I will finish by the end of the week. So either by Friday or Saturday. Generally Friday, because Saturday is normally not a working day, but you could include Saturday possibly. We are going to have the final numbers this Friday, so that would be Friday, January 4th, right here. Next Friday, we will have more details. So next Friday would be a week from Friday, so January 11th. And I'm meeting the client in a week. That would be January 9th. And I need it by Monday morning at the latest. So Monday morning would be January 7th. All right, Michelle is the director at a recruitment company. Listen as she leads this week's status update meeting.
I think everyone is here, so let's get started. As always, let's keep things brief. First, as I'm sure that most of you know, this was a big week for us. Sky High Airlines agreed to sign a 2-year contract. I met with John, their COO, on Tuesday morning, and he seemed excited about the talent that we can bring to their company. Now I'm working on some final details of the contract. I'm hoping we can get it signed by early next week. Okay, Elizabeth, what's new with you?
Okay, so a few weeks ago, I reached out to First Class Air, and this week I heard back from them. They are interested in learning more about our recruiting services, so I scheduled a meeting with them next Wednesday. Now, I'm working on a presentation to present them at our meeting.
That's big news. It would be great to work with First Class Air. I'd like to take a look at your presentation before your meeting.
Okay, I will send you a draft to review in the next few days.
All right, so when did Michelle meet with the COO of Sky High Airlines? Well, she said today is Wednesday. She said that she met with him on Tuesday. So that was the day before. When does Michelle expect the contract to be signed? She said next week, so sometime between Monday and Friday of the following week. When is Elizabeth going to meet with First Class Air? So it's going to be on the 19th. So a week from today. And then when will Elizabeth send a draft of her presentation to Michelle? She said in the next few days, so probably here. If today is the 12th, in the next few days, be either Thursday or Friday, possibly Saturday. All right, Michelle is a director at a recruitment company. Listen as she leads this week's status meeting update.
Okay, let's move on to Samuel.
I was finally able to fill the head airport engineer position at Blue Sky. The candidate starts this Monday. At the moment, I'm still working on finding a few more air traffic controllers. But I have some good candidates. I'm hoping that at least 2 will accept positions sometime in the next week.
Okay, just let me know if you need any help.
Okay, so when will the head airport engineer start his new job? So Samuel said this Monday. So if today is Wednesday, this Monday would be the 17th. When does Samuel expect 2 more candidates to accept positions? So he said in the next week. So that would be sometime between the 12th and the 19th. Now we'll talk about some idioms. Do you remember these phrases from the status update meetings? Complete each sentence with the missing preposition. And you can pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. All right, so number 1, he reached out to me last week to discuss the contract. Let's take a look at this chart. Okay, now let's move on to the next item on the agenda. Kevin, what's new with the XYZ project? And I'm currently working on finishing the report. And you can maybe practice and create some of your own sentences using these idioms. Now create a sentence using the time phrase provided. So example, today is April 13th. You want an answer by the 15th. So I want an answer within 2 days. So go ahead, pause the video, try these on your own, and then you can restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, it's 9 a.m. You want to receive the report today. So you could say, by the end of the day, I need the report by the end of the day, or by maybe by 5 p.m. or whatever the ending time is at this particular office. You're going to a conference. You arrive in Spain on the morning of November 15th. You return home on the evening of November 17th. So you will be at the conference for 2 days. It's November 2nd. You want a financial report within 4 weeks. So I'm using the term before, so the 2nd, the 16th, the 23rd, the 30th, so before November 30th. Today is Wednesday. You want to have a meeting the day after tomorrow. So that would be on Friday. It's Monday the 3rd. You need to send the report on Monday the 10th. So that would be in 1 week. And it's Tuesday. You want your client to confirm the meeting before the end of the workday on Friday. So you would by end of day Friday. Alright, so imagine that you were part of a team meeting. Provide a status update using the information in your planner below. Again, you can pause the video, try this on your own. You can add your practice sentences in the comments to generate some conversation. And same thing here. Be writing some practice exercises based on today's date and the items in the calendar. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.